And according to your charts, it says that there is something wrong with your arm. All right. Oh yeah, that's really weird.
Nurse Isaac, my head is really sweaty.
I'm sorry. We're working on your arm.
But my head.
Yeah, your arm is the problem here, so we're just gonna focus on that. Okay. Let me take heart rate.
My head is really
Okay. So yeah, it looks like there's something wrong with your arm still. We're gonna do the best we can. Okay. So if you need a medicine, try some of this, and that'll probably work. And if not, then Godspeed.
As we can see from this clip, Nurse Isaac uses the wrong technique. He chooses to focus mainly on the patient's arm rather than the patient as a whole person. This is why Martha Rogers developed her nursing theory of the science of the unitary human being. Let's take a further look into her theory and explore her definitions of the 4 nursing principles.
Martha Rogers was born in Dallas, Texas. She moved as a child to Knoxville, Tennessee. This is where she got her education as a nurse, and she worked at the Knoxville General Hospital. She then moved on and got her doctorate in nursing at Johns Hopkins University in 1954. Over a long, productive career, Martha Rogers influenced nursing education, practice, and research in the United States before her death in 1994. Rogers wrote 3 books that enriched the learning experience and influenced the direction of nursing research for countless students. These books are Educational Revolution in Nursing in 1961, Reveille in Nursing in 1964, and finally, An Introduction to the Theoretical Basis of Nursing in 1970, the last of which introduced the 4 Rogerian principles of homeodynamics. In her early career, Martha Rogers struggled with the reality that nurses and doctors were treating patients as mere body parts. She believed that when you treat the person as a whole and not just the parts that are afflicted by the disease. This led to her discovery of the science of unitary human beings. In Rogers' words, a unitary human being is an irreducible, indivisible, pan-dimensional energy field identified by pattern and manifesting characteristics that are specific to the whole and which cannot be predicted from knowledge of the parts, and a unified whole having its own distinctive characteristics which cannot be perceived by looking at, describing, or summarizing the parts. This is the most important of all of her nursing paradigms.
Another nursing paradigm is environment. Rogers believed that the environment is an irreducible, multi-dimensional energy field identified by pattern and integral with the human field. The fields coexist, and manifestations emerge from these fields and are perceived.
Rogers' third paradigm is health. In her words, health is an expression of the life process. It is the characteristics and behavior emerging out of the mutual, simultaneous interaction of the human and environmental fields.
The last paradigm is nursing. Rogers saw nursing as mostly a science that contained 2 independent dimensions. The first dimension is an organized body of knowledge, which is specific to nursing. The second is the art of nursing practice, which is the creative use of science for the betterment of the human.
The concepts of the Rogerian theory include energy fields, openness, pattern, pan-dimensionality, and homeodynamic principles.
Rogers defined energy fields as the fundamental unit of the living and the non-living. Field is a unifying concept. Energy signifies the dynamic nature of the field. A field is in continuous motion and is infinite.
Rogers stated that pattern is an abstraction and is not directly observable. What people do perceive are manifestations of field patterning. Pattern was defined by Rogers as the distinguishing characteristic of an energy field perceived as a single wave. In other words, Everything we experience and perceive are manifestations of patterning.
Openness is a characteristic of energy fields. Energy fields are open and extend into infinity. Energy fields have no boundaries. They are open completely and continuously. Openness is a key postulate because the openness of human and environmental fields is what unifies them as one.
Pandimensionality is a nonlinear domain without spatial or temporal attributes. The idea of a nonlinear domain provides a framework for understanding paranormal phenomenon. A nonlinear domain, unconstrained by space and time, provides an explanation of seemingly inexplicable events and processes. Rogers derived 3 principles of homeodynamics, which together describe the nature and direction of change. Rogers stated that the principles are a way of perceiving unitary human beings.
Integrality is the continuous and mutual human and environmental field process. It describes the oneness of human and environmental fields.
Resonance is defined as the continuous change from lower to higher frequency wave patterns in human and environmental fields.
Helicity is the continuous, innovative, unpredictable, increasing diversity in human and environmental field patterns.
The new and improved Nurse Isaac, after studying the Martha Rogers nursing theory, uses 4 non-invasive techniques to help restore the patient to a holistic well-being.
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. We're going to work on your arm today, okay?
Okay.
Nurse Isaac now uses therapeutic touch to restore energy flow and balance. Notice how Nurse Isaac uses humor not only for the good of the patient, but to establish a therapeutic relationship.
Okay, I've got another one for you. Alright. So it turns out it's true what they say about nursing.
What's that?
It requires a lot of patience. Oh.
Nurse Isaac now uses meditation, which Rogers believed to be a calming and healing modality.
Hi, how you feeling today?
It's going pretty well.
Okay, well, now we're going to try meditation, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so just do exactly what I do.
Okay.
Okay, cross your legs like this. Arms on your knees. And just repeat after me. At the same time as me.
Nurse Isaac now demonstrates the use of color and music, which are an integral part of the patient's environment.
And I have some therapeutic music for you.